Following up on the SEC report on AMC from earlier this year, it is not a surprise to see that the price of AMC took a hit today, but I do want to go ahead and make note that the stuff that they're reporting on in that document just doesn't really match up with what's being actually documented in other locations, and it's highly misleading, and it just suggests that they're not really on our side, and it's really disappointing. A lot of people in the community are discussing this. We got some other points that I want to go ahead and focus on for today's video, and I do want to start off by just saying a special shout out thank you to my Patreon supporters. I really do appreciate it, and a double shout out to Rem AG for being a higher tiered supporter, so thank you. And also, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion, it's my own research, and I encourage you guys to go do your own research as well. So taking a look at the price of AMC, we can see that it is down 5.18% on the day. Do keep in mind that the Bitcoin ETF, or the Bitcoin Futures ETF to be more specific, has officially launched today. So there's a lot of attention. Bitcoin is very close to its previous all-time high. It's trying to make that move. It's very, very close on that edge. So there might have been some people that decided to move out of their position on AMC and move over into crypto. I understand that that's a potential. Plus, with that negative news of the article, I understand that there's something that comes within that. Okay, but let's go ahead and focus on some of the other bigger picture elements here. So this is what it's kind of regarding, right? GameStop, AMC rise, SEC report debunks meme stock conspiracy ideas, and SEC report put the kibosh on meme stock conspiracy theories circulating on the internet, but also said market dynamics should be investigated. So the title of that article is spitting a specific narrative. So as highlighted by the AMC stock subreddit poster, they said, as some apes anticipated yesterday, they're using SEC's report to discredit AMC and justify the drop in value. Now hedge funds are deploying paid shills, bots, and media to push further this narrative and short attack AMC. Apes from GME and AMC, remember, together united we stand strong, hodl. And I think that's a very, very strong point. So look at the price, just dropped down tremendously. Let's go look at it on a 15-minute time frame. I mean, this thing was doing quite well. It hit right at a top level. I had this previously set, and I didn't even zoom in on this right now. So it's pretty interesting that that bounced right off on our Fibonacci level, which is the $44.37. And then the slight level up above it is basically the same thing as we saw in this downwards momentum. Wait, what happened there? Okay, well, anyways, we got that. That was weird. That line just teleported away. I was like, I don't remember setting a line there, and it just sort of teleported over the other side. Anyways, it still matches up with our Fibonacci level. And as you guys can see, there was a huge amount of volume that came in, and then all of a sudden just down, down, down progressively, and then especially towards the end here. And where exactly is this coming from? It doesn't make sense. We go back over here to the daily. The amount of volume that's here, nothing too grand, nothing too special about that. Where is it coming from? When we go and take a look over at Stonko Tracker, it was previously, yesterday, 1 million shares available to borrow. It's at 2.1 million shares available to borrow now. That means they returned 1.1 million shares, okay? From where? Who is it that's been borrowing millions of these shares, including the ETF shares, which is over 6 million shares now, and they're not actually doing anything with it? How can they have possession of these shares, not having purchased them, and just be able to sit on them and do whatever they want with them? How is this stuff legal? There's got to be some point with all the failure to delivers, the options contracts. I mean, there's so much suggested evidence of the synthetic shorts, the naked shorts. This stuff over here, where they're saying it's conspiracy theory, bull crap. Some of the stuff that was actually documented in that SEC document was saying a much lower percentage for the short interest than what many other resources have actually been able to portray. So let's go ahead and take a look over here. You have the fee rate down. It's 0.7%. It's been hanging out around that level. 200,000 calls out of the money still. So you've got a lot that's on the table potentially moving in for Friday. But guess what? The more people that don't listen and they keep going ahead and doing these options contracts, when they expire out of the money, the market makers, they end up getting that profit for these short-term options contracts. They're making bank on it, which just gives them more fuel to keep doing what they're doing. But people don't want to listen. They want to gamble. They want to take the bigger risk, and they're going off and doing these kinds of things. So, what can we say? Like, we as a community, we make it pretty clear what the safest route is, what's the most logical route. But at the end of the day, we can't force you to do anything, and I can't tell you to do whatever you want to do with your money. Make your own choice. But you see what happens when people don't listen, right? You don't understand. People just want to take the gamble. That's what happens. Do with it whatever you want. But man, it's so frustrating. Okay, looking at the dark pool, we got 17.3 million shares, $676 million located over there. And some other news. Kat Stryker, she's the one that's been helping organize this banner being flown over New York City. Breaking news, this is the 4th cease and desist letter. Looks like Ken Griffin doesn't want the news spread. He sent this letter to 28 companies. Letters were sent to companies that don't do business anymore. Guess what? I won't back down. Ken Griffin can't silence us, right? So here's one of the documents here from Clark. What did that say? It said Claire Locke. My bad. Claire Locke. And yeah, you guys can just see that they are really trying to push hard to get them to stop. And Kat is like, nope, I'm going to keep going. She's like, I'm going to keep pushing on. Also, some interesting news. Check this out. AMC to accept Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum in Q1 of 2022. So it's awesome to see that progressively moving forward. Don't be surprised if they start accepting several other cryptocurrencies following up with that. And then also, AMC Entertainment CEO and plans to accept crypto. So there's some discussion. I thought this was a different one that I had ready to go. So there's some discussion. It sounds like they might actually start issuing their own cryptocurrency, which means that if they do that, there could be a point in time in which they do crypto dividends, but it's not something they would immediately roll out. They would have to financially be able to provide something like that. But an opportunity where they come in with cryptocurrencies, oh man, all the debt that they have, everything, the amount of community support that's going on with crypto, all this stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if it really, really helps them out and just helps this thing go to a whole other level. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video there. If you guys want to become a Patreon supporter, I do have a link in the description down below. If you also want to get free cryptocurrency or free stock, it is free money for you guys. There are links in the description for that. This is not financial advice. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. It does help us out with the YouTube search algorithm. Also click the bell icon because I do go live sometimes, and I will see you in the next episode.